You know what I mean? What versions is the right answer to that question. There's some I will tell you about and there's some I won't. The main one I can tell you about is we're looking to solve some things this year as always, and we've got Elongated Man jumping in, and I thought about it would be nice to have someone from a different place come into this dynamic the way that HR did, where he brings a sort of with the Welleses that I do, I try to fill in the gaps that we might have. Everybody's so winning, so we don't need another winner, you know. That was like sort of the impetus for Harry, who was kind of like a bit of a jerk, you know, but everybody's so nice, and we had a daily jerk, which was a nice little dynamic to have something different for the other actors to play, and for me. I love being like these black social graces, you know. He can be mean, but ultimately a decent human being. And so this year I thought, well, we'll add a little flair, and this guy is going to be called Sherlock, S-H-E-R-L-O-Q-U-E, Sherlock Wells. Following along with the myth and the legend of the Sherlock Holmesian type, but we might turn that a little bit on its head the way they did with Iron Man. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun.
Which means the change, like Iron Man?
Pardon me?
The change with, you said like Iron Man?
Well, Iron Man, what was nice about Iron Man, I thought, was they took the superhero trope and kind of turned it on its head a little bit. This guy was a very, he wasn't, he had so many weaknesses, and when I say that, I mean that in a good way. It humanized him. He was quick, he was funny, he was, I guess one of the great ways of describing him, one of the things that I'm drawn to when I see the superhero characters are flawed people doing extraordinary things, because it sort of humanizes them to me. When I watch like him and Gwyneth Paltrow do their exchanges, I just thought what they've done here is they've taken something where, you know, it's a superhero show which plays at its own level, right? Those things aren't up for awards, Oscars. It's just like this is the genre. But what they did was they took Oscar-winning people and put them in this thing, and so their acting, the way they act, I thought elevated the genre, and it's something that I've always tried to do. I try to take something that is populist, you know, and then, you know, try and, like, I think what they were doing in Iron Man is like, well, we're gonna be quick, we're gonna be witty, we're gonna be intelligent, we're gonna have flaws, we're gonna be weak, we're gonna be funny. It's okay to be funny, you know. Like a lot of shows, like, no, you got to be heroic, you know. But they did both those things. It showed that you could. It was like if you watch Butch and Sundance. You know, that's a very funny movie because these two guys are playing off each other. They're being funny. They're like, the fall will probably kill you, and yet some people are afraid to put comedy into a dramatic situation because they feel it will undercut the comedy. And I would say by and large in The Flash we don't believe that. We're not afraid to put the comedy in and try to accentuate the drama that way. That was a long-winded answer, but there you go.
Well, with Wells, you've gotten to play a lot of extremes. You've gotten to be the evil guy, you've gotten to be the funny guy, and last season it got very dramatic and very sad. Is there an area you haven't gotten to touch yet that you're hoping to get to touch on with this next take?
I mean, Harry, you know, I like Harry because Harry's a bit of a badass with his pulse laser, and he's rough and mean, and I like that a lot. And I think there's always going to be room for Harry. HR, you know, was like filled with comedy buddies. Like I just love everybody. And it was nice to play the guy who was like just flat out enthusiasm that was like the antithesis of a hero who ended up doing the most heroic thing at the end of that show, you know. And so I think with Sherlock, there's room for a bit of both. I think he's a smarter guy, necessarily kind of has to be, and Harry was an exceptionally smart guy. But I think he could be a smarter guy, but who also have a little bit of like, wait, can this guy be trusted? You know what I mean? Like, what's his agenda? You know, and that's I think that'll be fun to do.
What is the most exciting thing for you as an actor about being in a show like this?
You know, one of the reasons the reason I signed on, and one of the reasons I love doing the show is like, you know, there's always opportunity. I can't envision a series finale where the Reverse Flash and the Flash don't ultimately face off.